kingmakers, issues around how did this person emerge. There will be traditional issues. They will even take traditional matters to a civil court. But well, yet again, Governor Makinde mourns as Olubadan dies at 82. Well, what am I to say? What? Let the king continue to live. They say the kings don't die. They only change where they are and join their ancestors. Okay, interesting times on the show today. We're going to be looking at the statement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the federal government will not pay any ransom to secure the release of the abducted victims. The Minister of Information, Mr. Mohammed Idris, said that on Wednesday at the State House when he was speaking with the correspondent after the Federal Executive Council meeting that was presided over by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the presidential villa. And so a lot of people had asked questions. Do we trust the federal government enough to rescue the girls or to rescue the students? Remember that it's not just in Kaduna. About 2 weeks ago now, in Borno State, I still wonder. In a state that we know that it's not exactly safe, even though a lot of credit needs to, go to the governor of the state. He's doing an amazing job, Professor Zulum, in terms of rebuilding, resettling, reintegrating the people that have been, sent into IDP camps back into the society, rebuilding process. Although there are a lot of NGOs in Borno State actually, are doing a lot of NGO works, reconciliation, rehabilitation, and all of that. And just when the state is settling down, there's always one issue or the other. And somebody was asking in a platform I belong to, that why is that the press is downplaying the kidnaps that happened in Borno State, and then at the front burner they're placing the one that happened in Kaduna. And I said the fact that when this situation where we are comparing, the one in Borno State is reportedly to be over 100, and the one in Kaduna State was said to be over 200, and then we start counting how many people. And so I'm wondering, do you know what it takes for over 200 people to be kidnapped at the same time? Even if you have to put them on the bike, you probably have like 3 people on the bike with the rider. Okay, even if you have to put them in buses or in hillocks or whatever vehicles, do you know how many of them would have to get into one vehicle? So it's obviously not something that happened within the space of a few minutes. And then look at the one that happened in Borno State as well. It's been said that, the girls left the IDP camp to go fetch firewood. And I keep asking, how do you allow people that much to leave the IDP camp at the same time without being escorted, without being, protected, whether they are going to get firewood or they are going to the mosque or they are going to the church or wherever they are going to? I mean, everybody knows how sensitive the state is, and then you allow people like that to march out of the IDP camp and then to go into whatever, whether it's a trap, whatever it is, however way they got picked. The most important thing is that these people need to be rescued. I mean, they're also still core members or people that are supposed to report to camp, and they got kidnapped on their way along Bayelsa. We've not heard anything about them as well. So the question is this: if the president is saying that, we're not going to pay these people, because the minister acknowledged that concerning the rise in kidnapping, citing the recent one in Kaduna, in Borno, and in Sokoto State, he ever emphasized that the president deemed the situation acceptable and that the government would not condone abduction, kidnapping, or any form of criminality. Remember also that the very much revered Sheikh Gumi had come out to say that the president should not act like the immediate past presidents, that the president should negotiate with the bandits, and is even ready to lead the negotiation. I listened to Sandra and Said for this morning, where one of the callers was saying that Sheikh Gumi should be declared wanted or he should be arrested and interrogated. And then I just keep asking, if the security agencies are not they are not capable enough to protect the people, like I would always say, if a manager is not doing well with the team, you sack the manager, you fire the manager. So if the service chiefs are not doing well, if they're not protecting the people, if the national security advisor is not advising the president well, you sack them. You cannot continue to play party politics or play loyalty game with the lives of Nigerians. We're talking about the one in Kaduna, the one in Sokoto, the one in Borno, because of There are a lot of people involved. People are being kidnapped on daily basis across the street of the country that are not even being reported. Families are, despite the challenge of the economy, families are paying ransom through their noses in millions of naira. And nobody is talking about those ones because they're not that much. They're just two people, passengers, a passenger bus, okay, just 14th sister, and then families are paying through their noses to get their family members out of the kidnappers' den. And sometimes some people will pay these ransoms and their family members or their loved ones will still get killed. So if the people saddled with the responsibility of protecting us in this country are not living up to their responsibility, you sack them. Political appointment is not a tenure thing. The president was elected to serve for 4 years or another 4 years, making 8 years. But the service chiefs can be removed. The Minister of Defense or Minister of State for Defense, especially the one that could not even protect the state Zamfara when he was a sitting governor, that is now being made the Minister of State for Defense. If these people are not delivering, they should be sacked. We cannot continue to sacrifice the lives of Nigerians on the platform of party politics or blended loyalty. That's the simple truth. You can't travel by road. You can't travel to the farms. You can't go on night journeys anymore. You don't feel safe in a country that is being governed by a democratically elected president. With every hierarchy of democracy in place, the National Assembly, the judiciary, the executive, functional government, but you cannot do the basic responsibility of what the Constitution spells out for everybody. Protect the lives and the properties of the people that you're presiding over. Protect the lives and the property of the people that you're governing. That's the simple thing at the governorship, at the state level, or at the federal level. So then we have individuals that are assumed bigger than the institution of the state. Because I'm always wondering if individuals that are paid and appointed and they are living fat on taxpayers' monies on our commonwealth cannot carry out the basic responsibility of combing the nooks and crannies of this country and fishing out these bandits, then what exactly do they do? What exactly do they brief Mr. President about? What does Malam Nuhu Ribadu do? What does he advise the president on as this national security advisor? I saw a meeting they had yesterday. I saw the Minister of Defense, Minister of State for Defense, the Minister of Interior, all of them. They met with the national security advisor yesterday, all in the bid to secure the country. And so the moment you see those optics, you see the pictures, they splash it everywhere, and the service chiefs have met with the president again. The evening of the following day, they will announce another set of kidnap. It looks like the fact that the presidency is not decisive enough is making these rascals, apologies for that word, to call the bluff of the presidency. It's as simple as that. If individuals that are saddled with certain responsibilities are not doing their job, you let them go and you put people there that can perform what they are being made to perform. Leadership is not rocket science. We all know it's not casting stones. There are people assigned, delegated, appointed to safeguard the sovereignty of this country from internal attackers or external invaders. And when these people are not doing that, when there are individuals that are choosing to take arms against the states to create a country within a country, a government within a government, and these people are doing it with every form of effrontery. I mean, these bandits, they release videos. There are times I struggle to upload a 10-minute video on YouTube, even a 5-minute video on YouTube, and there's somebody somewhere in the inner bush of Zamfara State or Sambisa Forest in Borno State is uploading a 15-minute video showing how they captured the Nigerian army, killed them, or captured trucks belonging to the Nigerian army, branding all form of weapons that belong to the federal government, military uniforms, and they upload these videos on the social media platforms. And the funny part of the upload is that you get to see thousands of Nigerians commenting on those videos. And so it's so difficult for the videos to be traced or the IP address of the upload to be traced. And I'm always wondering, a couple of years back, I was making a research and I found out that Sambisa Forest is almost ×2 the size of Wales as a country. That's how big the forest is. But it's not like this forest cannot be flushed out. So who do we put this conversation on? Is it the presidency that's not giving the right instructions, or the service chiefs that are not, upholding the chains of command, or the individuals that are supposed to advise Mr. President on security advice, the Minister of Defense, the Minister of State for Defense, the Minister of Interior? These people are being paid in millions to make sure that you and I are safe and we can sleep with our eyes closed. I'm going to open the conversation. I'm supposed to speak with the senior special advisor to the governor of Ekiti State on security, but I'm trying to link up with him. It's not coming up. Let's see if we can still get lucky before we cross 4:30 so that we can bring him on the show. I was reading something in the last week how the Ekiti State government, after the unfortunate killings of the traditional chiefs, and then of course the pupils that were kidnapped along Ikere-Akure road, and then I saw how the governor of the state, Abiodun, had actually gotten into upgrading the security apparatus of the state, especially equipping the Amotekun more. And then, it looks like some form of sanity and calmness had returned to the states. So I reached out to the senior special advisor to the governor, His Excellency Governor Abiodun Yebanji, on security, and he said he was going to be with us on the show today. And let's see how the states was quick, to calm that unfortunate situation. And perhaps it could be a model or a template that a couple of other states can choose or decide to adopt. But while we're still waiting to get them to speak to us. Now, so what do you make of the statement of the president quoting the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mr. Muhammad Idris, saying that the presidency had said that they would not pay ransom to secure the release of the abducted victims? Do you trust the government enough to rescue these people from Sokoto to Bayelsa to Borno to Kaduna? I listened to a voice note on one of the social media platforms where somebody was sending the message to, I don't know who he was sending the message, and he was begging that they should please help him to raise 100 million. That's what the kidnappers are demanding, that whatever they can sell, they should sell. They should reach out to his children, his wife, his friends, that when he comes out from the kidnappers, then he will pay back all those debts. That they should just make sure that they get everything they can to make sure that he's rescued and gotten out of the kidnappers' den. All through the week, there are very interesting figures flying out, numbers flying around. 40 trillion, 150 motorbikes being demanded, whatever it is. The fact that Nigerians, hardworking Nigerians that are going around with their normal business, looking for means to survive, are being kidnapped, and there's a back and forth in respect to, let me negotiate on their behalf, let me lead the negotiation, the government will not pay ransom. If you build the finest of institutions, fix public transport to the very best in the world, give us the best and the biggest medical facilities in the world, build the finest schools, build low-cost housing estate that nobody sleeps under the bridges, nobody sleeps in shanties in Lagos or anywhere in the country. If you don't secure the lives and the properties of those people, you've failed in whatever else you've done. If you like make $1 to $1, if you cannot secure the people, you failed in your responsibility as a government. Because I need to stay alive to enjoy every public service or every public facility that you're fixing. If I'm not alive, I cannot enjoy public transport. If I'm not alive, I cannot enjoy good electricity supply. If I'm not alive, I cannot enjoy low-cost housing estates. So no matter what you build as a government, no matter the infrastructure you fix as a government, if you cannot secure the lives and the properties of the people that you're presiding over, it's a wrong step. Before I pick the calls, Prince Wise, I want to, on behalf of every one of us here, I know that the shout out was done in the morning. I'm also still joining every one of us to say happy birthday to you. Yesterday it was Side Forward. Today is Prince Wise. Well, two great minds, individuals that have constantly gotten involved in the conversation around nation building and developing this country. Happy birthday to you, Prince Wise. So let's have a conversation while we wait to link up with my guest. 09136000410. Do we trust the federal government to rescue these abducted victims? Since the government says they won't pay ransom to the criminals, do we trust the government to rescue them? Whatever theory or conspiracy everyone puts around the Chibok girls, the number still says that a lot of them have not been rescued. Do we have fears that these ones would also toe that line? Imagine where those girls kidnapped in Borno would be at the moment, and the ones taken away in Kaduna, where would they be? The ones in Sokoto, where would they be? And the ones that are going for the NYSC in Bayelsa, where exactly are they right now? What would they be going through? We've seen videos where the kidnappers, where the criminals are torturing Nigerians and releasing these videos and uploading these videos. If the vice president says that they have to use both kinetic and non-kinetic means of solving these security challenges, is 10 months not enough to map out a strategy to solve these challenges? It is not a challenge that just started at the start of this administration. It didn't even start at the beginning of the last administration. It's a problem that has been with us for over 15 years, right from the times of good Lord Jonathan. So I'm asking, how much more time do we need to map out a strategy to end this criminality and keep Nigerians safe? Where people are looking for means to feed, they're also looking for means to rescue their kidnapped family members. It's quite an unfortunate situation. It's not good for the optics, and it's certainly not good for the image of this country. Let me talk to the people. Hello, good evening.
Well, good evening. How are you? Good evening. How are you?
Prince, Pastor Ambrose, you're welcome.
Yes, I wish Prince White a happy birthday. I wish him long life and prosperity. I know he's listening now. If we are saying that this problem did not start today, then we should also say that if you cannot solve any problem, don't vie for any political position. Because the purpose why you see that there is a problem and you say you want to come in is to rescue the situation. You are not coming in to come and enjoy the paraphernalia of office. And I'm happy that Mr. President told the governors that election has gone. They should sit down to do business. You know, I've been saying it. I said the election has gone. And I sympathize with those people in Kaduna, honestly. Especially those innocent ones who don't know anything. But you see, all of these things are usually done in connivance with the people. How can they kidnap almost 300 people and you say you don't know where they are? It means that there are some people even within the state that are supporting this. But more importantly, if we all government rights have been issued, what exactly are they doing to make sure that they make this country? You know, 1981, Metashine, I think I was in Form 3 or Form 4 there, 1981. I knew what happened. They wiped off Metashine completely. This is one of these things. I hear that governors are also saying that the security agencies should change their strategy. All of these things, I can tell you, it is not done in isolation. It is not done in isolation. You know, they tried it in Edo State, it didn't work. They tried it in Lagos Express, it didn't work. And let me tell you something, the Bayelsa will not work. I'm telling you the truth. So why is this thing common in a particular part of the country, in a sector of the country? What I can see is that they are doing these things in connivance. And the only way we can be free is for us to be truth. It was Osman Danfodio that said conscience is an open wound. Only truth can heal it. These people are not being sincere. They just want to continue to amass wealth and wealth and wealth that they don't need in the next 100 years. Okay? I trust one day Nigeria will be great. I don't know who will make it great, but Nigeria will be great. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose, for joining us on the show. 091360004 You're live on Milan 98.3 FM. It's the Friday edition of the Situation Room. We get to do this every Mondays to Fridays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. where we get to discuss issues of politicking, according to what my friend Dr. Akinyode used to call it. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Opeyemi.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. My name is Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ.
Okay, you're welcome.
For me, thank you. You are doing a great work. Now, what concern, that's the reason why I can't call you when you are doing your program. Let me continue. Let me tell you something. I don't want to know the way federal government wanted to do it. Normally, personally, I don't believe in their party. I don't believe in me. The bandits carry our students, 200 people. They are inside the bush for 5 days, 6 days. They are sitting there in Abuja doing paparazzi, doing drama. You see what happened in Chad when the bandits or something killed army. You see what their president did. Enter that bush. Can you remember me the name of the president? Enter that bush and then, God bless you. If I make it urgent instant action against them, but in Nigeria, keep on playing, you are doing drama, this and that. Let me tell you something. In fact, it's not because all of us don't get ammunition and everything. We are ready to enter there. We are trying to hold this thing. In fact, I don't know where our expert, intelligent people, smart people are doing in this country. All of them don't turn to politics. So that we have, in fact, human being in Nigeria, we are nothing. In fact, death is nothing in Nigeria. Anything can happen in Nigeria. You're just the hearing English, everything paparazzi. Instead of all the army, navy, all of them enter the bush now with a lot of millions Nigeria spending on security vote. Enter the bush and they'll kick them out. Now, Nigeria is a small group with terrorize us. Everybody will just be difficult, be speaking English. I don't want to know whether the way they wanted to do it, whether they play around somewhere. That was not concerned. And if any of the students die, anybody die in this process, in fact, we are ready for them in 2027 because we're going to take what they are enjoying. If you want to tell me that a commissioner or governor or president, their children, they are getting their children now. You want to tell me that they will not forget now? They will not pay bandit. They will not do everything. I'm telling you, I don't believe in this government. And I think a lot of people that have opportunity now. We need foreign experts that we help us in this nation because I'm tired every day. And then secondly, finally, in fact, not maybe Kaduna for no place where it's a time now everybody needs to stand up now. This one about maybe government or no government anymore. The reason why all of us we are keeping quiet that if this is rampant in Lagos or in Southwest here, I know that everything will turn to war. But in Nigeria, no, this will be happening. People will get information. Instead of them to give the police, IT, everything information, they will just keep quiet. The reason why people don't give information is that they don't believe in government. That's why the government is faulty. In fact, Nigeria, I'm telling you, if God call me, I will always say this thing. I'm waiting for them 2012 to put them out. These people don't have anything to offer anymore.
Thank you, Mr. Atinde.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shame to them. Shame to them where they be.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, the late Chadian president, President Iṛs actually died on the 20th of April 2021 at the age of 68, and he died of gunshot wound when he led the charge against the rebel in the country. Well, there are more honorable ways to die, and I think this is one of them. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I can barely hear you. Can you change your location a little bit?
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's better now. Your name, where are you joining us from?
Yes, my name is Ben. I'm calling from Alagbado.
Okay, Mr. Ben from Alagbado.
Yeah. See, what is happening in Nigeria is that it's just that people still don't understand what is happening.
Mr. Ben, I would appreciate if you can call us back. 0913-600-0410. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and 19 governors of the Northern State and service chiefs on yesterday held the marathon meeting in the office of the NSA to review the security situation in the northern Nigeria and possibly provide lasting solution. The meeting, which was held behind closed doors, started at 1:30 and ended at 6 p.m. Okay. They want to provide lasting solution. I hope whichever one they were able to come up with yesterday after the almost 6 hours meeting would finally give us something to feel safe about. All of the 19 state governors, the national security advisors, the minister for states, for defense, the federal minister, the minister of interior, all of them were at the meeting yesterday. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's making waves. Calling from.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know how difficult it is to lead, let me say, 30 children, lead them just 20 meters on the same direction? 1 hour you have not succeeded in doing it. So, for bandits to come and lead 280 pupils in the same direction and nobody saw them, okay, we are not children. We are not children at all, yes, obviously. And then we heard also that the police post around here that a day before this issue happened, that those police did not come. Nobody was there. There are a lot of things that when we look at, we can't be made like to be looking like fools. I'm telling you, we can't be made to be looking like fools. You hear what the Northern leaders are saying most of the time. When you bring all this side by side, I think there's something they are not telling us, and that is what I believe personally, that there's something that they are not telling us. The Northern leaders, there's something they are not telling us. For me, let us concentrate here in the south, because there are more issues to be tackled. I heard how the bestial mother of a lady yesterday, how that the raper removed the heart. No, it is horrible. Ritual killings are happening here. Let's concentrate on those areas and leave all these games that they are playing up north. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mikiweze. Thank you. Well, I think every Nigerian life matters. I know every Nigerian life matters. So we cannot, because there's ritual killing going on down south, or there's unknown gunmen in the southeast, and then we now say let's focus on those and leave those other ones. 287 students and teachers from the local education authority primary and junior secondary school in Kuriga in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State were kidnapped on the 7th of March 2024. 112 IDP in Gamboru Ngala local government area were kidnapped in Borno State. 15 students from Sangaya school were kidnapped in Sokoto. All of these in the same month of March. I expect us to look away, put all of that number together. That's almost 500. Almost 500 Nigerians were abducted within the space of 20 days. And we should fold our hands and say, because it's the northern game or whatever English you want to call it, Mr. Mikiweze, I think every single Nigerian life matters. And we're always quick to forget, it's a northern thing. Ekiti State is not the north. Yᴏᴜᴜ State is not the northern state. You think it's far from home. I just hope it doesn't come quicker than we expect. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
This is Madam.
Hello.
I said this is Madam.
You're welcome. It's been a while you joined us on the show. How you doing?
I'm fine. Well, I want to talk about the kidnapping too. You see, I'm wondering what those children have been eating in the last 1 week that they have been in the bush with this expensive food stuff. Not only here, all over the country. Bag of rice, bag of beans, gero, bread. Where did they get the money to feed them? Don't you think that some of them will be able to be dying? I remember the ones in Ekiti when they brought them out after I think 5 or 7 days later. Two children were tired with their teachers. Tired. You see them looking dusty. And one person who said, just give order. We are not paying. So when you are not paying, what next do you want to do? If any of their grandchildren are among those people, will they say such a thing, or they will pray and from back and collect their own and leave the rest. It's not right. It's not right. And I want to say that school that they went to, is parking, because as far as I'm concerned, they parked them. Is that a school? Please, did you see? And that is a school, a governor who made first class in quantity survey, or maybe you governor for 8 years. See the way the place is, like a poultry farm. Even some poultry farm, even more airy. One of the building that is standing there is even cracked, and you're allowing people's children to go there because it's not your business. My own grandchildren are not there. It's not right. They should bring these people out. Whether they go and fight this, it's taking long now. Almost a week now, and you are still doing grammar. What are those children eating inside there? Where are they taking their bath?
Thank you very much, Madam Uche, for joining us on the show. Some really, really interesting thoughts, provoking statement there. I mean, it's difficult, even the people that have the freedom to find a way to put food on their table. So imagine what those children, the students, or what are the ones in Sokoto, the ones in Borno or Kaduna, imagine what the kind of horrible situation they will be living in, where they will be sleeping probably just somewhere. I think sometimes, when you look at the gulf of difference between the government and the governed, that was why Mr. Miwa and I, had that conversation on the show yesterday. I mean, you look at how the governors are still living in affluence, they are still living in luxury, knowing that over 200 students have been kidnapped from your state, knowing that over 100 students have been kidnapped from your state. Even if it's only one person, a governor should not sleep until the person gets rescued. One person, just one person from your state, even if the person is not from your state, even if they are traveling through your state and then they got kidnapped, it is the responsibility of the government or the governor to make sure that that one person is rescued alive. So imagine 247, imagine 112, imagine 15, and then it's almost like it's business as usual. They're coming around to map out strategy to end it. And the presidency is saying we should not pay ransom. They won't pay ransom. Relatives should not pay ransom. Talk to me. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Opeyemi. Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
How are you?
I'm very well. And you? Your name and where you joining us
My
from?
name is Pastor Otiba Jesus.
Okay, from where?
I'm saying happy birthday to Prince Wire and others in Jesus' name.
Amen.
1968, I was in Nigerian Army. When we are the one to keep Nigeria, he said, it's to keep Nigeria when it's a task that must be done. I am ashamed of the generals in the north. I am ashamed of them and all the emirs and all the big men in the north. It is very shameful. I remember when we were in the war front, there is armor camp, there is Saladin, there's 107, there's 106, and other rifle and grenades that we use to fight Biafra. We don't care whether small people, whether small boys is there. We clear everybody.
Hello. Okay, I would appreciate if you can call us back. 0913-600-0410. It seems we won't be able to speak with the senior special advisor to the governor of Ekiti State on security on the show today. I'll probably have to move that to next week Monday. So let's just open the conversation up. Do you trust the federal government enough to rescue all of these kidnapped people alive? Hello, good evening.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Hello, Opeyemi.
Hello, I'm with you. Your name, where are you calling from?
Good evening, Abdullah. It's Miracle from Elasa.
Okay, Mr. Miracle from Elasa, please move away from your radio set or you turn it off completely.
I don't off my radio. I switch off.
Okay, I can still hear myself on the background.
I said, I don't off the radio. Maybe it's from network. I don't
Okay,
off the
go on,
radio.
go on.
Okay. Before I say what I have to say for this insecurity matter, there is incident that happened here in Akko Palace Way, Akota Road, in afternoon. NEPA office when they can you hear me?
I'm with you.
NEPA office went there for Akota Road here in the local government. It catch fire this afternoon. So I so much thank God that emergency people don't respond before the thing pass. Be careful, but we never know what will happen for them because they see there right now as I'm talking to you. So, okay. Hello.
I'm with you.
That is the report I have for there.
Thank you. So join the conversation.
Yes, the conversation is. I don't really tell you mainland FM before that. The security agency no be then be the problem of Nigeria. Now president be the problem of this country. I don't tell you if a woman being live, that woman being if the head is not correct, all the body, all the part of body, now so then go waka anyhow. I don't really tell you people before. Don't sack chief of army staff. Don't sack anybody. Now the president be the problem of this country. Now let me tell you the truth, okay? All these things when you talk, when we waste our recharge card, when we waste our energy, they battle every day by day. Let me tell you something. If the president do the right thing for this country will still continue to go down every hour, every minute, every second. Because of what? Now him have the highest authority in this country. Look at everything will happen now. Like this now. What thing come out now? He said make them not pay any ransom and save anybody. Because of what? In children no they there. Any politician who they inside that place, who kidnap? No. It's our people. It's innocent people, poor people. They suffer every day and night. And Mr. President is not saying anything. So before you sack any other person in this country, let us first look where to sack Mr. President because now be the problem of this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, as it stands, you have to wait till the next presidential election, which is in 2027, before we choose to either, reinforce and reestablish the mandates, or we do whatever we think is right. One beautiful thing about democracy is there's always a time where we have the option to make or decide what our political future would be like, and then, hey, you have to wait till that time. But the most important thing is that people need to stay alive. People need to feel safe in this country. We are not in a war situation. I'm sure some Ukrainians are even feeling safer than some Nigerians right now. So you get to see news of all of these meetings. The service chiefs are meeting the president today. The 19 state governors are meeting the NSAs. And then at the end of the day, they just release pictures and optics and everybody talks and everybody moves on. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Opey.
You're welcome.
I love your program.
Thank you.
My name is Pastor Williams.
You're welcome. Pastor Williams, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ogba.
Okay.
My beloved brother, I thank God for your honesty. Your presentation is quite wonderful.
Thank you.
And the reality about the whole thing is that the Northerners don't want to tell themselves the truth. And I think the only thing we can do in this country to end this situation, when this nation is restructured, whereby as a governor, when you have security issue and you have to work to provide money to pay for your workers and make your state develop and all of that. But the point is this, insecurity issue, you still collect allocation to run your state. So if it goes this way that, okay, your state will provide some amount of money to the federal government and, and you will use the remaining to run your state, you have to do something to make sure there is an adequate security in your country. Like what you said, if we build the best schools and the best road and the best houses, and we are suffering from this insecurity, is a waste. So the Northerners, this is a game. When you kidnap, somebody will pay ransom and some individuals will share the money and all of those things. So, and it will keep going. If anybody blaming Mr. President for saying we are not paying ransom, I don't think that the person is getting it right. That's the truth. I'm not in support that those children are there, but give them ransom, you equip them more to fight you, and that's just the truth. So if Mr. President can call all the traditional rulers in the northern region and give them an order, okay, this is what must happen if that and that. Look at Iṛsᴛ when he was the governor of Rivers State. I'm not in support of everything about him, but when he now lets all the traditional rulers in Rivers State that, see, if I hear so thing from your region again, I'm going to dethrone you. Everybody wake up, and all of those things stop in Rivers State. Or it stop automatically. Rivers State, then they kill everybody. But when he did that, everybody you can go to Rivers State in the midnight, in the midday, no trouble. So that's the thing. When you tell all of those emirs who are collecting salary for nothing, all the obas or whatever they are called, who are collecting salary for the state government, everybody from where you come from your village, you know who is who in your village. So the king in that land know who is who. So that's how this is not army. You are just wasting our military men and police people. What can they do? If the owners of the land are not taking action, police will just be dying for nothing. So if they want to do something, let them get these guys. Bro, if you don't do your job, you're no longer going to be the emir. Somebody is taking your position. Everybody wake up. That's just the thing. It's not the president matter. If you take this decision, this thing will just end. It's just a game. It's a business. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pastor Williams. Thank you. That's another part of that's another side of the conversation, because when the vice president VP Shettima said that the government would deploy both kinetic and non-kinetic means to end this criminality, one of the things that came to my mind first is, can we also put some more responsibilities on the traditional institutions in this country, the traditional rulers, even the religious leaders? I mean, you look at this holy month of Ramadan, and then you expect that what should be at the fore of every conversation you get to hear, every preaching you get to hear at the mosque every day of the week should be, everybody should live in peace and respect the sovereignty of the country and respect the individual differences of every single Nigerian and respect the love that their families have for them. I mean, so these are the questions that we need to ask. What are these people saying? What are they on Sunday in church? Because it's not just a religious thing, whether we like it or not. There were times where reports in Benue says that the individuals that came to kidnap some reverend fathers were actually not even Muslims. So it has nothing to do with the religion. But then you also look at the fact that in situations like this, the traditional institutions should be deeply involved in solving all of these issues. And I totally subscribe to what Pastor Williams said. We should not leave these issues to just the members or the officers of the Nigerian army and all of that, because hey, in cases where there are reports that they have superior firepower than the Nigerian military. So you keep giving these people millions, and instead of them to use these monies to, fix their lives, they keep going back to buy weapons, and then they keep getting stronger. They keep getting more equipped than the Nigerian state. The question is this: how are these weapons even getting into the country? How bad is the border system? Hello, good evening.
How are you?
You're welcome.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank you, TJF.
With my pen and all these things, and then we have spoken a lot. We have been talking and talking. There's something I want you to look at. The government promised us that they are going to send security guards and what into all the whole schools in the north. I think that was a promise that they made. And I heard the general yesterday claiming people that they did not inform them on time. With what are they going to inform them when there is no network? There is no. Some of them don't have phone. Most of them, their phones are not charged. There's no way to communicate. Why are they blaming Nigerians always for everything? They promise us every time, promise without fulfillment. Okay. Are we not tired of discussing this every day? They said they were going to send security at the whole school. How can they carry 300 people without any response, without any reaction from any person? Promises upon promises. We thank you for
Thank you. Let's check Facebook. Ibila Dambo says there's nothing we can do right now. As long as these bandits are with the children, the upper hand is theirs. The military confrontation with the kids in captivity would incur collateral damage. Let us rescue the children first. Pay them the 1 billion. Give them some time to enjoy their money, then go after them with monstrous ferocity when they least expect. Okay. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Good evening.
Okay. Did you call back?
What did you say?
Are you calling back?
No, I want to contribute to what you're saying.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you called earlier. Go on.
Hey, I love what the last caller said. That is Pastor Williams. Yes, in contribution, in addition, I'm kicking against what he said. Hello?
I'm with you.
Yes. What will happen if the president gives the names of those 400 names to Nigeria? Will this war collapse? What will happen if the armed forces force Gumi to direct them to where those people he wants to dialogue with, so that for the army to make sure that something is taking place? What will happen if Gumi is forced to direct them to that place they are doing whatever they are doing? Will the heaven fall? So in this aspect, I'm blaming the president. It behoves on him to do the rightful thing, but he's not doing it. Why are we leaving Gumi up to now? Who is Gumi? Does he have 2 heads? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, this is not the first time Sheikh Gumi had come into mediation with the federal government and the bandits. Remember the unfortunate Abuja Kaduna train kidnap? Remember that conversation, how much the back and forth, that even after some monies were paid, some of them were still not released and all of that. It's quite pathetic that in a government or in a democratic state that we're not under the military, we're not in a war situation, there's no pandemic, that individuals, are leading charge against the instrument of the state to negotiate to rescue kidnapped victims from criminals. It's pathetic. I mean, sometimes when people bring up the conversation around Sheikh Gumi, we just laugh and then we just think, oh, how is he doing this, how is he doing that? Okay. I wonder why the military is not attacking them when they are not with the hostages. They should be in the right time, rain bombs on them. That is from Ibilade Ambo on Facebook. Shola Ogunlayi, thank you very much. I got your message on Facebook. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Mr. from
please, can you speak up a little bit, please?
This is Mr. from Family.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, I want to ask you, is it true that America has over to assist us immediately if you want?
Well, we're still waiting for the real position. Let's have the statement from the presidency.
Okay. If it is, our sovereignty without stopping that of feeding in our country. It's important. Sovereignty without this play all over. To bury our pride and let America come and help us. Look at it, all these European countries, when they have problems, they deny and help the part of the problem. We need help. We need help immediately. Look at it. If this thing happened before, I think this Sagari is doing it. We have Matasini problem. And Sagari just decide once and for all and bury them. In the north now, what happened in the north is beyond, it's not that it's beyond the capacity of an Nigerian force, but they got them. They won't allow them to do their job. So it's now left for the president to decide, I want this thing to stop now. And if you go ahead and take America help, and let us finish this once and for all and bury these animals. Don't give our money to animals. They are not human beings. Anybody who says you are ready to mediate, it should be arrested immediately and forced into the helicopter and let him take out to the spot. Enough for this case. It's too much. So let's be ready. The president knows that. It does not matter whether you are second time or not second time. Make your name now. Who say you are not coming from money or whatever, you want to make money and give the for your children. This is an opportunity. Erase this reward Sagari did. And this is my opportunity. So that we can have peace in this country. Without this, our farmers will not be able to go to the farm. The price of commodity will continue to rise up. The people are demanding for it. Let us have wage increase. What wage increase? Our problem is insecurity. We can feed the whole Africa. We don't have problem. These people, these animals, they are sponsors who don't care, who feed from woman, who drink woman blood because we want to have money. 270 children in the bush. How did they live there from Kaduna? Kaduna is the most intelligent state in Nigeria. How did they live them there? So please, let the president decide. Let him take American decision. Let him erase them completely. Whether the second time or no second time is a former president. So please, the Tinubu I know is as long as the former head of state and the former deputy head of state, Diagba. It should take the decision right now. We need this. It's too much. We can't take it anymore. Please.
Thank you.
Let us take that decision right now. Let's take America aid. We need it. The president should not care whether he can do it. He cannot do one second time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The thing is this. If you don't invite or if you don't reach out for help, the sovereignty of every country is very sacrosanct. So no country is going to jump into your domain and just except probably maybe Americans, were kidnapped, or foreigners, Germans kidnapped, French nationals kidnapped. But if it is still an uprising within the country, you would have to reach out for help. The offer could be made and then you could say, no, we're good enough, we save our situation, we are comfortable enough, we can handle all of the problems. Beautiful. But the most important thing is that every single of those 287, every single of those 112, every single of those 15, every single one of them must be returned to their families safely. That's the responsibility of the government. Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, maybe you can talk to us some other time. This is on Facebook. Yesterday, someone made a statement that person will build Lagos don't scatter Nigeria. 9 months of APC government full of it's a shame that the worst of us is ruining the best of us. Truly, there was a country that I thank you on Facebook. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Opeyemi.
Good to have you join us today on the show.
Yeah, my name is Wale. I'm calling from Akinyode, Axis.
Mr. Wale from Akinyode, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. There was a man that called earlier talking about the president has to be blamed. I'm going to buttress that man's point. If I were the president, I will go and have a meeting with all the emirs, the local government chairmen, and all the governors. You understand me? I will have a meeting with them. If I hear from your local government that they kidnap a fly, you will cease to be a local government chairman, and you will cease to be an emir. I am telling you, all this racketeering going out in the north will stop. Because I cannot believe they are playing with human lives, especially the children. How do we get to this stage? I am telling you, we have to put aside the type of democracy we practice in this country. And if I were the president, this is what I'm going to do. I will tell all my people to stand by the people they have kidnapped, we are going to bring them.
Okay, apologies. I had to take that call off. We need to take a very quick break right now. We need to take the airline news by 5 o'clock and also pay some bills. And then when we come back, I will continue the conversation. You're live on Milan 98.3 FM, and this is the situation. Please hold your calls. When we come back by 5, maybe by 5:05, we'll continue the conversation. Don't go nowhere.
Headline news on 98.3 Mainland FM.
Good evening. Headline news on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sandra. Olubada's service to humanity was exceptional, Tinubu mourns. Customs intercept arms and military uniforms at Lagos port. Gumi says kinetic approach turns bandits into monsters, pushes for dialogue in Kaduna kidnappings. Nigeria's inflation rate surges to 31.7% in February 2024. On the foreign scene, former U.S. Treasury Secretary reveals interest in buying TikTok. And in sports, Nigeria's Osimhen racing against time to face Inter after training alone. Nigeria and Ghana take Jollof War to Europa League as Stella Boniface battle Mo Kudus. That's the headline news on Mainland FM. Details at 5:30.
Hello Lagos, I am SP Benjamin Hunde, Police Public Relations Officer, Lagos State Command. You are listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. If you see something, say something.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime when I cook like this, I dey always season am with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatashe, shombo, onions. No one wey I no dey put. Na im make my pikin dem dey always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never available. I want more.
You see?
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Wait, isn't that an Alte jam?
Yeah, it enter Abi.
Wait oh, when did you start jamming Alte? What happened to Afro depression? Like, who put you on?
Oh yeah, dial Sophie's number. Now that's who put me on.
Share your vibe with Hello Tunes from Airtel. Dial *790# to enjoy free trial and pay later.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. My country people, travel lottery don't come oh. Sure you don't hear of Japa Fly? Oh yeah, make a gist you. Japa Fly, na lottery company we go help you achieve that your dream vacation for that your dream location with small shekeli money of 1,500 or 5,000 naira. You don't stand chance to qualify. Whether you single, you get babe or get bubble or can't even get family. Japa Fly get a better package for you all. As you don't get this information, just imagine yourself for Dubai. As you dey sip wine, they enjoy yourself. Open your eye, make you sharply colors to Japa Rice. We go help you bring that dream come reality. Oya colors on 090-9000-0888. You fit send email play@japafly.com. You fit also visit our website www.japafly.com. You must be 18 and above to follow join play. Make una play responsible oh. Terms and conditions apply. Japafly.com. Play and fly.
You
hear this touchlight phone? I been advised to go call am. Wetin you dey always press for there?
No mind me, Jare. I been dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me? You dey browse Google with this touchlight phone?
Come see now. With MTN Basic Search, just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN? We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime I dey cook like this, I dey always season am with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatashe, shombo, onions. No one wey I no dey put. Na im make my pikin dem dey always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never ⴏ I want more.
You see, all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
My son, help me check this phone. I no know wetin you no press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Mommy,
wetin happen?
They don block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking o. So if they don block you unto say you no link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitikiti go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. My country people, travel lottery don come o. Shey you don hear of Japa-Fly? Oya make I gist you. Japa-Fly na lottery company wey go help you achieve that your dream vacation for that your dream location with small shikini money of 1,500 or 5,000 naira. You don stand chance to qualify. Whether you single, you get babe or get bobo or come even get family, Japa-Fly get a better package for you o. As you don get this informate, just imagine yourself for Dubai as you dey sip wine, dey enjoy yourself. Open your eye make you sharparly colors to Japa Rice. We go help you bring that dream come reality. Oya call us on 090-9000-0888. You fit send email play@japafly.com. You fit also visit our website www.japafly.com. You must be 18 and above to follow join play. Make una play responsible o. Terms and conditions apply. Japafly.com. Play and fly.
You and this touchlight phone, I been advised to go call am. Wetin you dey always press for there?
No mind me, Jare. I been dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me? You dey browse Google with this touchlight phone?
Come see now. With MTN Basic Search, just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN? We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime I dey cook like this, I dey always season am with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatashe, shombo, onions. No one wey I no dey put. Na im make my pikin dem dey always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never ⴏ I want more.
You see, all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700-225-5226, 0800-225-5226, or +234-817-665-6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments.
Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
On the airwaves in your market.
become more and more crowded. It's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Okay, thank you very much for your patience. We appreciate. Don't forget that by 5:30 the full bulletin will come through, and then by 6 o'clock we'll come around for the Friday edition of Sport Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. Arsenal fans, come here. The last time Arsenal played at this stage of the UEFA Champions League was a long time ago, 14 years ago, and they were beaten 10-2 on aggregate. Now they're back and they will be playing Bayern again at the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We'll talk about all of that and more by 6 o'clock. But we're back in the situation room, and I need to appreciate everyone that had kept the phone buzzing while we wait to get some monies to keep this program running. Hey, you always know how we do it here. It's the situation room live on Mainland 98.3 FM. It's the last edition of the show for the week. So by the next time you get hear my voice on this show will be by Monday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. You know what we're talking about before we went on the break. I'm seeing your messages on Facebook. I will read them. Keep the calls coming in. We're back here 0913-600-0410. Based on what this the Minister of Information said, Mr. Muhammad Idris, that the government would not pay ransom to rescue the kidnapped victims. So I'm asking, victims in Kaduna, in Borno, in Sokoto, do we trust the federal government enough to pull off and rescue every single one of those kidnapped victims? That's what we've been talking about on the show. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Opeyemi.
You're welcome. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mike. I'm calling you from Akinyode.
Mr. Mike from Akinyode. You're welcome.
All right, yeah, Opeyemi. I think we should pay attention to what callers have said in this evening. And one major thing they've said is the issue of the traditional rulers up there in the north. Okay, the truth, this whole thing is seeming like there is sympathy somewhere for the bandits. These bandits are not spirits, they are humans. And so because they are humans, they are identifiable, they stay in communities, and people know about their activities. Now, so the reason why those people would not be fished out, given away, it leaves much to be desired. So somewhere, somehow, there is sympathy for the activity of these people. And as it stands, truly, the traditional rulers are the heads of this community. Now, whether they get anything from these bandits, nobody can tell. But the truth still remains that the traditional rulers in these localities and in these places are not ignorant about what is happening in their locality. I also want to say, Gumi is saying that these people have to be negotiated. So, which means he's not talking to spirits, he's talking to human beings. So he knows something that we do not know. He has a contact that we do not have. This government should get serious for once. That's the truth. The people we are dealing with are identifiable. Sometimes I ask myself, why put Nigerians through the stress of going to get NIM, get BGN, get all of those things when you're not going to use them? When you're not going to use any level of intelligence to deal with your issues, why put us through stress? These things are doable if the government has commitment. Let me tell you, Opeyemi, part of the problem that we have with this whole issue of security in this country is because there is a business side to it. There are people that profit from the fact that there is insecurity in the country. And sorry to say, I even want to believe that certain people from certain quarters that are high are maybe part of this thing that is benefiting from it that doesn't want it to stop, because if it stops, no budget will be going that direction and all of that. And therefore, there needs to be tension, there needs to be chaos for them to continue to profit. A government has to be determined to say this is not going to go any further. If our government is not ready to do that, I'm sorry, we'll continue to be in this mess that we are. Good evening, Ope.
Good evening, and thank you. I don't even know what it means when they say if the government is not ready to do this and do that. The government is supposed to be proactive and not even reactive. Okay, let's say that they didn't do the right things they should do, and then the bandits, got the innocent people, kidnapped them, and they are demanding for money. Should the government fold their hands and wait for Nigerians to suggest what they should do to them? No. It is the government. You put out yourself to run for political office. You said you were going to keep every Nigerian safe. You said you were going to keep everyone prosperous. So it is not my responsibility to suggest on how things should be done to a democratically elected governor or president that campaigned and made promises and made propaganda during the election and made manifestos during the election and reached out and traveled every corner of the state, every local government, traveled every corner of the country, every local government as a presidential candidate. And so what do we mean when they say the government should know what to do? That's why you have ministers. That's why you have senior special advisors. You have special advisors. That's why you have aides. That's why you have directors in ministries, head of agencies and parastatals. That's why you have all of these people milking the government in the name of, getting jumbo packages and salaries. That is why the Accountant General of the Federation will take 36 state commissioner of finance to London to go and discuss on how to fix the Nigerian economic problem. In London, there's no facility in the country that can host that summit. So from 4th to 9th of March, taxpayers' monies were being spent to organize a workshop in London. And you ask again, what do people do when they put themselves up to run for political offices and they cannot checkmate the excesses of the people around them? In a country where the people can barely buy a tuber of yam to feed, in a country where people can barely afford to buy a bag of rice to feed, where people can barely afford to buy a tin of milk rather to feed, and then the Accountant General of the Federation took all of the 36 state commissioners to London to organize a 5-day workshop. We need to ask them real good questions if you are very intentional about fixing this country. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Opeyemi.
You're welcome.
My name is Comrade Iroko from Edigbo.
Good to have you join us on the show today, Comrade Iroko. Hello. Oh, dear. I would appreciate if you can call back. We still have about 10 minutes more before we call it a day on the show for the day and ultimately for the week. Hello, good evening.
Opeyemi.
You're welcome, Ambassador Musbao. TGIF. But the Friday is not thanking God at all. But the things are not good.
No matter what, we have to give thanks to Almighty God. Now, in as long as we're still alive, we cannot lose hope. Show stamina. We deserve it. You have to thank God for everything. Now, Opeyemi, you see, to me, I believe that state government is doing something. Now, the president said we are not going to pay dining to the kidnappers. We should clap for him and ask him, how do we go? We want this get back. We want these kidnappers to be crushed, the bandits to be crushed. We don't even want you to pay. All we want, give machine orders, reorders. I'm not talking about media order. Give the reorder to the armed forces, all of them. Bring back this girl. Crush the bandits. Don't want to see them anymore. Stop going to pay ransom. When you pay ransom, it's like with all the securities that be taken to the cleaner.
You are admitting failure when you pay ransom. I totally understand. I said you are admitting failure when you pay ransom to bandits. I totally understand.
Yes, that's a failure. Which means we don't have all the securities and failure. Pay ransom. Your government of Nigeria pay ransom. We have Boy Scouts, Girl Guides, Man O' War, Army, everybody.
Ambassador Musbao. I will mention Boy Scout and Man O' War.
Yes, I'm not a Boy Scout. I can heard of that.
So, yes. Ambassador Musbah, Ambassador Musbah, wait. You were once a Boy Scout.
Yes.
Okay. So if they give you AK-47 now, wait. If they give you AK-47, would you go to Gamboro local government in Borno State?
Let me land now. When I was the Boy Scout, we have a back of mind that we're going to be a soldier. That's what we have at back of our mind. As a Boy Scout, we need to graduate to be a soldier to defend our country. Just that we have it. So to me, as a Boy Scout is a prey to animals. Not human beings who are notorious. Sure, Samina, on latter note, I think the security officers should be on their toes now. Crush the bandits. We need to pay any ransom anymore. Crush them. Wipe them out. I think that if I understand Mr. President, this is what it means. If it means that's what it means, you have been a failure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on the show, Ambassador Musbah. I hope Ms. Bias will call through. Let's do your birthday shout out together on the show today. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tᴏɪᴜnᴛ. It's me, Comrade Jiroko.
Thank you for calling back. I think the network took you off the other time.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. My own comment is this. You see, this is the high time. We all of us need to face our warrant. In the sense that there is one Yoruba proverb that says, it means that if there is fire burning somebody and is burning the same pikin, you will first kill your own before you face the pikin own. It means the solution to this nation is just to know how to tell all our security personnel to know how to be able to go back to their region to go and safeguard their people. Because if I could realize, I will realize that all the parastatals that this nation has been suffering from are being holding by the northerners, by Bureau de Change, by oil sector, by military outfit. All these things are the levels which this Nigeria has been into problem. If we did not know where we are coming from, we need to know where we are going to. I want to say this because I could realize that it is Sheikh Gumi that he is in between the government and the bandits for negotiation. But now, all these things that has been happening all this while are happening from the north, kidnapping, all these things. But the nation entirely are hungry. Now, they are using kidnapping to be destabilizing us in this nation. And somebody from the north is negotiating for the bandits. Definitely, they know their problem. They know the person that is negotiating for them. So, if these things can be able to be divided, it will be so easy. So they will go and be facing their kidnapping and leave Nigeria for the hunger. So it will be easy. We will not be fighting for, because Tinubu say he doesn't have cover to suspend on maybe it is not an Peking the thief, it is not Yoruba Peking. So definitely you know why maybe somebody should face their warrant.
No. Now let me I will keep you on the line to make that correction, Comrade Jiroko, and so that we would understand where we are drawing the lines. Irrespective of what language you speak, irrespective of what tribe you represent, irrespective of what religion you practice or what faith you believe in, irrespective of your political party, the president is not a Yoruba president. The president, one state in the north, one state in the Middle East, in the Middle Belt rather, one state in the South, one state in the Southwest, not one state in the Northeast, in the Northwest, in the North Central. So every single Nigerian kidnapped, whether in Sokoto or in Abakaliki, in Lagos or in Ekiti, must be safe. So don't say because the president is a Yoruba. No. The president is not a Lagos president. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, covering all of the 36 states and the FCT and the 774 local governments that we have in this country. Don't let us sell the wrong ideology to the people. Every single Nigerian should be protected, irrespective of where you are, or even if you did not vote for the president. The president is not the president of the APC. He's the president of the country. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Apollo.
You're welcome.
Julius is my name.
Mr. Julius.
I'm calling from Shomolu.
You're welcome.
Well, let me tell you that today, if you want to, there are some groups of people who determine what is happening in this country. Only if you want to tell ourselves lies. Okay, if you want to become the president of Nigeria today, they will give you guidelines on how to govern your government. They will tell you this person will be your vice president, this person will be the ministers, and you want to win, you have to agree with them. They will tell you these people is our people, whatever they do, don't touch them. And that is the reason why you will become president, and something that is negative will happen in your government. It will look like as if they've held your hand. You cannot perform as a president of the nation. Because if I look myself as a person, I'm president of the country, it is not possible for me that children will be kidnapped for days, and me, I will be handicapped as a president, commander in chief of armed forces. I will not be able to rescue that person. In America, just only one person, one citizen of America, was kidnapped in this our terrain, and from America they came down to this country to rescue one person. But we are talking about children, 5 years, 6 years. Are they not feeding them? Are they not giving them water? Are they not educate? Are they not urinate? Are they not bathing? Are they not washing their mouth? Where are they putting all these children? It looked like as if they were doing drama, and the president, like handicapped, he cannot do anything, because problem is they were thinking of 2027, and who will support us, who will vote for us, who, so that we can be there 8 years. And that is the reason why all these things are happening to us in Nigeria. We are not fools. In this country, we know how many professors we have. We know how many professors we have. We have chartered accountants that can talk about the economic of this country. We have chartered insurance that can determine the economic of this country. Chartered bankers that can determine the economic of this country. We have good lawyers, Sam, that can tell us how to judge right judgment in this country. But like everybody is handicapped, they cannot do anything. Then I will not solve the problem. It's only God.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. When we say it's only God, I understand the place of God. I understand the place of prayer. I understand the place of faith. I understand the place of belief. I understand the place of the sanctity of the religions that we practice. But some people are saddled with the responsibility of fixing this country, and they should act responsibly, and they should stop being nonchalant and lackadaisical about the safety of the kidnapped people in this country. Okay, I just lost track of time, and the call still coming in. It's been an amazing conversation on the show today. By the way, I was supposed to have the senior special advisor to the governor on security, Ekiti State, and we couldn't link up, and he just texted that he got caught up in a meeting, and I felt like the time was really out, so we'll do that on Monday. I just want us to look at how the government of Ekiti State have been able to, quickly nip the issue of insecurity and kidnappings in the bud as quick as possible. We'll have that conversation on Monday. Apologies for the calls still coming in. I'm sorry, I can't pick these calls again. I wish I had all of the time in the world, to have this conversation with you, but we need to go. It's been an amazing week, no doubt about that. And once again, Ramadan Kareem to our Muslim brothers and sisters out there. I was somewhere today, and I got caught up at the Lagos Central Mosque, and I saw the large crowd of people coming to the mosque to observe the Friday prayer. I just hope somebody there will pray for the safety and the peace that we want so badly in this country. My name is Opeyemi Akinyode. Thank you so much to everyone that made this possible. By 5:30, the full bulletin would come through, and by 6 o'clock, I will be back for Sport Cruise. Let's look at the fixtures for the quarterfinal stages of the Champions League and of course the Europa League and the UEFA Conference League. But before then, the full bulletin would come in by 5:30, and don't forget by 7 o'clock to join Kunle Daniels for Voices from the Top, and by 8 p.m. we'll open the floodgate of enjoyment. Ladies and gentlemen, God sparing our lives, I will be back on Monday 4 to 5:30 p.m. for Situation Room on Mainland 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos.